Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What's the Monday painting video? What's it all about? Well, Monday painting video essentially is a painting video, but the model or models in question are voted on by you guys from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want to paint for Monday's painting video. So, for all my regulars here, guys, I would love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. Right, so the winner this week, with one vote, is the icon bearer for the Death Guard. Now this is an old lead model, but this piece on top is from the Death Guard kit. This is an old Space Marine backpack there, which has been converted up with a spike from a Rhino kit, I think that is, Chaos Rhino kit. Some cloaks from the Death Guard models themselves. So the first thing I'm going to do with this guy, actually, which I should have done first of all, is I'm going to get some Steel Legion drab and I'm going to just go over the gravel. Okay, just give it, just to bring it up a little bit and give it a bit of a highlight there. Right, so to do things simply, I'm going to do the same steps I did with the Death Guard Space Marines on this guy. So I'm going to start with lead belcher, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to give it a really heavy dry brush all over everything that I think is going to be, that I want the armour to be. I don't know what I'm saying, sorry. I think that's going to be his power armour. Okay, his weapon as well. It's got his gun case, of course I did. I did this on the normal Death Guard Marines, and it works so well, so there's no need to try and do something different when you know something works really well. Some chains on his backpack, which I'm just going to give a quick dry brush. At this stage, it doesn't matter if I get the cloak as well, which I am doing. Let's get the back of the legs. Right, so next I'm going to take some Death Guard green, and I'm going to repeat the same thing again, only over the Space Marine, the Chaos Marine's power armor this time. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get in all the nooks and crannies. So here we are with just two colours, looking nice. Now I forgot to talk about points of interest on the model. I keep doing that when I come to painting. The points of interest for me, there's only two on this model really. One is his standard, the second is his hair. Now I have, where I've modified this model, this is another point of interest, because if I can do this so it's contrasting everything else, it's really going to stand out, and his cloak on the back is going to stand out as well. But initially, just the standard and the hair. Because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in with some beaten copper. This is a very old paint, but you can use any copper you want. I do actually have Army Painters copper floating around, but I've only got a little bit left in this, so I want to use this up. So what I'm going to do, this lovely colour, is I'm going to get all these bells hanging off of them. And I'm going to get the actual stand piece itself. I don't think there's really anything else. I'm actually going to get this piece in the middle here. There's two little tokens hanging off of him there. I say tokens, I mean like little charm bits. Now I'm going to come in with some corn red. And what I'm going to do with this lovely colour, I'm going to get his hair. Because that really breaks up the front of the model, but just really makes it stand out even more. And I'm going to get his cloak, his tattered old cloak on the back. Right, so next I'm going to come in with some Retribute armour. And I'm going to pick up all of this annoying trim on this model. This model, because it's an older model, has a lot of trim. Just going to just carefully pick that out. That's going to really make the Death Guard green pop. It's all around the leg. My only saving grace is this arm's pretty much covered up. Not the shoulder pad, but just this side there's a lot of action going on, so it just covers up a good bit of it, I would think. There's still enough here. Right, so next I'm going to come with some Rynoxide. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to paint, but I'm going to show you it. He's got one gun pouch just there. I'm going to paint that up. I've got some Screaming Skull on the white palette as well. I'm going to paint the skin on the head on top of him. Just paint all that to the Screaming Skull. I'm going to do those two bits and then come back to you because this guy's almost done. Right, so for all intensive purposes, this guy is about ready. Now some people might argue about the head on top. You can leave it like that. Come with a different colour. I'm going to come with a different colour, that's why I painted the Screaming Skull. But so for all intents and purposes, this guy's about ready. What that means is, for everyone that doesn't know about this, I can put him on the table and away we go. But what I'm going to do now is take him beyond battle ready standard. That can be a technical paint, that could be a dry brush, that could be a dry paint, that could be a wash, it could be an edge highlight, it could be using layer paints to layer up a certain colour to make it bright here and there. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to come in with some Moot Green. That's the airbrush version, but I'm going to water it right down on my wet palette so it's more like a wash. I want it really, really, really watery. And then I'm going to come in, get his eyes first, dab it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some little parts of him here and there. going to do, I'm going to slap it all on this. Still standard top. Because I watered it right down, it should rush into those little cracks and crevices nicely. Now I'm going to come with some Plague Bearer Flesh contrast paint. Some of you would have guessed, I'm going to slap it on the skull on top. Make it look like a rotten head on top of his spike. Next, I'm going to come with some Wild Rider Red, it's layer paint. And what I'm going to do with this colour, I'm just going to try and get the edges of his cloak, just to highlight them up a little bit. Couple of raised areas I just want to try and get. Now this is a layer paint, so it will go on bright but dull itself down. Let's dip it around tears in the cloak. It will dull itself down, so it won't look as bright when I'm finished with it. When it dries off, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in. I'm going to dry brush this across the top of the rivets of the hair. I don't want it perfect, just want it just to stand out a little bit more. Now I'm going to come in with some Trollslayer Orange, because what Nurgle Marine in Power Armor wouldn't look complete with a little bit of rust on him. Again, I'm not going to go crazy with this, I'm just going to stipple it in here and there. Some of that moot green is still a little bit wet. That's okay though. Trollslayer Orange, when you put it over silver directly and stipple it on like this, it gives you such a great rust effect. So look at these little bits on his face. Gives you such a nice rust effect. almost. A little hand on top there. And we are finished with this guy. Now if I wanted to go a little bit further, I could come in with another type of red, or even take the Wild Rider red and a bit of White Scars next to it on the wet palette, mix them together to give me even lighter red. Because they're both layer paint, they'll have the same effect as if you were using one of those colours on their own. And just come over and just highlight the hair a little bit more, and maybe highlight this cloak on his back a little bit more. That looks absolutely amazing. That's dry now by the looks of it. So there we have one Death Guard icon bearer ready for the table. So massive thank you for voting. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, guys, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Guys, thank you for watching and everything else. If you want to vote on next Monday's painting video, catch this week's Weekly Wednesday. You'll see what models are up for voting then. Guys, until next time, take it easy.